1952. I was taking a solo backpacking trip through a state forest in southern Oregon. I do this kind of thing a lot, so it wasn't a big deal to me. I had my pack with food, water, shelter, a GPS, and all the usual survival gear. This particular trail wasn't too popular, but it was marked and supposedly maintained by the Forest Service. I had planned a 2-day loop out and back, but somewhere around mile 10 I took a wrong turn, or maybe the trail just vanished. It's hard to say. At some point the markers were just gone. The weird part is, I didn't notice right away I was walking on what looked like a path. It curved through the trees and the ground was worn down like other hikers had used it, so I kept going. It wasn't until maybe an hour later that I realized nothing looked familiar and my GPS wasn't picking up a trail anymore, just a flat green line through the forest. I could still get back with it, but I figured I'd keep going a bit and see if I could reconnect with the loop. Another hour passed, and now I knew for sure I was off trail. The woods were getting denser and darker, even though it was only mid-afternoon. I hadn't seen a single other person all day, which wasn't totally unusual, but still a little unsettling given how far I'd gone. I stopped to eat and check my map again, and that's when I noticed something strange up ahead, maybe 50 feet off the path. It looked like a wooden structure. At first I thought it might be a hunting blind or some kind of old ranger shack. But when I got closer, it didn't really look like either. It was small, maybe the size of a garden shed made entirely of rough-cut logs. There were no windows and only one door that was slightly open. The wood looked old and weathered, and moss was growing up the sides. I almost turned around right then. Something about it just felt off, like I wasn't supposed to be seeing it, but curiosity got the better of me, so I walked up to it. The door creaked when I pushed it open, and inside was nothing but a small wooden stool and a large metal hook hanging from the ceiling. The walls were covered in deep scratches, some vertical, some diagonal. None of them looked natural, like an animal had done it. It was too deliberate. Too angry, I guess is the word. The air in there smelled damp and metallic, and I swear it was colder than outside, not like just shade cold. It felt wrong. I backed out slowly and shut the door behind me, then marked the spot on my GPS and turned around. I didn't want to be near that thing anymore, but as I started heading back the way I came, I heard something behind me, not loud, not even a twig snap or anything. It was like breathing, slow, deep breaths. Just a few feet behind me, I turned around, but nothing was there, just trees and that awful little shack in the distance. I started walking faster. Not running, but just fast enough to feel like I was putting distance between me and whatever that was. But as I started heading back the way I came, I heard something behind me, not loud, not even a twig snap or anything. It was like breathing slow, deep breaths. Just a few feet behind me. I turned around, but nothing was there. Just trees and that awful little shack in the distance. I started walking faster. Not running, but just fast enough to feel like I was putting distance between me and whatever that was. I hiked another couple miles before finally setting up camp. It was getting late and I needed rest. I found a small clearing and set up my tent. Cooked a quick meal and got inside for the night, but I couldn't sleep. Something felt off, like the whole forest had gone quiet. No insects, no owls, not even wind, just silence. And then, at maybe 2 or 3 a.m., I heard it again, That slow, heavy breathing. Not right outside the tent, but close enough I could feel it. I didn't move. I didn't even breathe loud. I just lay there listening for what felt like forever. Eventually it stopped, or maybe it walked away. I don't know. I stayed still until sunrise and then packed up as fast as I could. I hiked all day without stopping. Barely even ate. I just wanted out. It wasn't until I got back to the main trail and started passing signs again that I finally felt normal, like I could relax when I got back to my car. I sat in the driver's seat for almost 10 minutes before even turning the key, just thinking about that shack and those scratches and the breathing. I checked my GPS track later. When I was home, the waypoint I'd marked where the shack was showed up fine, but when I zoomed in, it glitched out. The line twisted and split and reconnected to itself over and over, like it didn't know where I'd been. I tried going back to that area a few months later just to see, but I couldn't find the path again, or the clearing, or anything. Just trees. I don't know what that place was or who built it, but I don't think it's supposed to be found.